Okay, Joe, so I have the power turned on, as you can see. Both of the LEDs are off, and I have the power on here. The grayish cable is our utility power, and the black cable where I can plug in the simulation for the generator power. So the gray one goes into NA and NC, L1 and L2 from your utility. And right now, we're basically sensing this here on the board, and we're not doing anything. Now I'm going to turn off the utility power. And now we're going to wait, I think, 15 seconds, and then this LED is going to come on. And then we have 24 volts here on the orange wire for the remote start signal for the remote start board. There it is. So now we have to wait until the generator goes through the warm-up and turns on the contactor, and then this will be this here. So once our contactor comes on, then we're going to have the power available here at these two lugs. This would be this. So say we have gone to the warm-up phase now, started warm-up, the contactor K1 engages, and now in 15 seconds, the entire transfer is going to come on, and you're on utility power. There's always a little delay in there on this side, so this generator can fully stabilize. There we go. So now you can see both of the LEDs, which are actually red, look orange here, and the green one looks more like yellow, but it is green. Now we are on utility power, on emergency power, on generator power. Now what I'm going to do is I can just turn this off here, because it doesn't matter if you lose generator power, you will know the lights are going to go out in your house because you have no other power source. So I plugged the utility power back in, and all I'm going to do is just turn that switch back on, and then we can see everything transferred back. And now the board is ready for the next outage. And that is basically one complete sequence of it. And what normally happens is when people work on this thing and they say, like, they turn the power, let me turn this off here, that was a little bit difficult, then you will see what will happen. And they don't turn, now everything is off, so utility is off. This is like when people install it. They turn on the 24 volts, and you will see what will happen is the generator is going to start. But if they have not hooked up their emergency power or the K1 contactor, the big one, then we will never get any power to these two lugs, and the generator keeps on running and running and running. So this is like the scenario when you do this, you start the system up with the utility being off, but your 24 volt power is on. So let me just show you this, what this would look like. If you were to turn on now the power from the generator, then you have a complete transfer. You would have to make sure that the power from the generator will be available for this, so you can go through a full cycle. So we have transferred now you're on generator, and now we're going to go back and turn the utility power on, and you will see everything is off, and now we're actually in standby mode. Normally, this is why we say is turn on the utility first and then turn on the 24 volts. This way you won't go through the first cycle. And if you have to abort the system, let me start this again. Let me just show you this. Say like something goes wrong and it is stuck in utility on emergency power, but say you run out of fuel or something goes wrong. Let me just get the whole system transferred either way. Like this. So now we're going to turn on the emergency power again. And we're on emergency power and something goes wrong. You will always need power from either side in order to initiate a transfer. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to turn this off here. And because we're having some sort of an issue. The board is off, the relay is off, and this thing is off. Let me go and turn off the So I have now turned off the generator too. And now you're basically without power because of a failure in the generator and no utility. But when your utility power comes back on, everything just transfers back, even with the system being off. So this is like the fail-safe thing, but it requires utility power. That, I hopefully explains it.